it all. I don't think I have anything more to add than to say the figures are there. Somebody, the figures are there. You can look at the figures. I sent you one. I sent you figures. It's not that I'm just making accusations. And it's not that I'm saying, well, the president has no right to do that kind of thing. But there's a constitutional provision. Section 13, Section 14.3 of the Constitution is very, very clear. When you look at it vis-a-vis the appointments made so far, and they are political appointments, if you are appointments that are professional, so to say, like you can't appoint somebody who is not a soldier to become the chief of army staff, or you can't appoint somebody that is not a police to be the IG of police. And you can't appoint such persons once they don't get to, they are not qualified. But then, when you come to look at political appointments, the Constitution is very clear. And it's because to avoid such infractions that the Constitution Section 14.3 clearly states that appointments, especially political appointments, should reflect the federal character. And that is not the case here. And all I'm saying is to call the attention of Mr. President to such infractions so that it can be corrected. Otherwise, these things can boomerang at a certain period of time. It's not. And I know, as you rightly said, people look at me as somebody that is critical of the government. I have the right to do that in the first place. And in fact, that's why I'm in the National Assembly in the first place. Collectively, we are supposed to oversight the acts of Mr. President and point out some of these irregularities. Absolutely. That is what we swore to do. It's not personal. I think I have better personal relationship with most of these people that are talking about Tinubu. And I can say in the North, if you count, not up to 5 people that have close relationship with Mr. President, Ndume is one of them. But that does not stop me from speaking the truth and have obligation to do that, especially when all of us know that at the end of it all, each one of us will stand before God, and God will ask him to account for what he is responsible for. You understand? And that's why I'm saying this. And besides, we are all in this government. What will we tell our people? When you have these figures out, it's already viral, it's already in circulation. But you know what? From now, after this interview, those attack dogs or MAGA dogs will start attacking Ndume, not the message. And that's why we always get it right. It is not about Ndume or me being a senator. As a Nigerian, I have the right to voice out all these things. Not only that, I have the right to even protest. I have the right. That is guaranteed by the Constitution. But from tomorrow, those so-called Tinubu boys or people will start attacking Ndume. Oh, he's a frustrated person.
But I mean, the facts are there, though, aren't they?
Yeah, the facts are there. These are the facts. I brought it here so that you can see it. I send it to you. These are facts. And I'm not the one that created it. These are facts extracted from what is going on there.
As amazing as what this senator has said, Senator representing Borno State, Borno South, Ali Ndume, as amazing as what he has said, for me, I commend him, more especially being an APC member, saying that he was elected into the Senate in order to criticize the government whenever they are going wrong. And as amazing as this video or what he has said is, it has also come under serious criticism on the social media space. He quoted from a section of our Constitution 1999 as amended, to be precise, section 14, subsection 3. And I want to quickly read that section of the Constitution. So, section 14, subsection 3 says, the composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and also to command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic or sectional groups in that government or in any of its agency. Let's take it down to 4. The composition of the government of a state, a local government council, or any of the agencies of such government or councils, and the conduct of the affairs of the government or councils or such agency shall be carried out in such a manner as to recognize the diversity of the people within its area of authority and the need to promote a sense of belonging and loyalty among all the people of the federation. You know, the federal character is a kind of in our constitution where that promotes national unity, that recognize the diversity of our ethnic group. As in a government, it is it's supposed to be expected, according to the constitution, that if a Yoruba man, for example, is the president of the country, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, the people, ministers, commissioners that will be in several administrative functions in his government should be from Igbo, should be from the south, the north, should be from the east, the west, as in the one that will recognize our diversity, not just one ethnic group being in power, being occupying all the various administrative functions in the country. But it happens that we live in a country where, for example, when Buhari was in power, for example, this is the news. When Buhari was in power, over 100 people that was employed to carry out federal government functions, over 100, 81% of it, they were from the north. They were from the north. It was as if that administration only recognized the north. It's as if they only recognize the north. That is the problem we are having. Today, the Igbos are crying that they are being marginalized in their own country. And that is the fact. That is the fact. Bola Ahmed Tinubu today is employing the people of Lagos, the Yorubas, into federal offices in the administration. And the Northerners now, they are crying, just like the Borno South Senator now, Senator Ali Ndume. Though, like I said, I commend what he's saying right now, but he's crying. People are, under his comment section, people are crying that, where were you when Buhari was only employing people from the north? Did you say anything there? No. Where were you when even Jonathan were employing even people from the people? Jonathan employed people from the south, from the north also. Where were you? So you were saying nothing, but now this administration somehow is only recognizing a part of the ethnic group, ethnic nationality, and now you are speaking out. You know, sometimes I begin to ask myself, the constitution that we say we are holding on to, is it our own constitution? Is it our constitution? Because sometimes I feel that this constitution is from Zimbabwe or from Angola or from Burkina Faso, because somehow our administration or our leaders, like the president, for example, who is supposed to be the one who will hold the entirety of our constitution with utmost obedience to everything that is written in the constitution, but somehow we see that they are the one who break the laws of the constitution, set their own laws, and force us to follow. Just like what is happening in Rivers State right now. The president quoted from the section of the constitution 305 to pronounce a state of emergency that is actually in that part of the constitution. But the suspension, he never told us where he quoted from to apply a suspension for 6 months for the state governor, the deputy governor, and the member of the State House of Assembly of Rivers State. He never told us. So everything was zero in on the section 305 to apply a suspension. So sometimes we act out of the law. Now, this is what the Constitution is saying. The Constitution recognizes the diversity in the country. Nigeria is full of so many ethnic groups, full of so many tribes and all. And the Constitution is saying, let it be that an administration will try to build a national unity where everybody will be included in the affairs of the country. Nobody will feel subsided. Everybody will function together. Everybody will function together to move the nation. But this is the problem we are having, just like in Edo State right now. The problem we are having now in Edo State is that even the people from the south now are not even recognizing the government anymore. The people from the south are no longer recognized anymore in the administration. It is from the central and also for the, I think, southwest, I don't know, from the north. People from the south are now subsided, as in they are no longer in existence. Even the ones that were holding positions before, they are now being removed and being replaced. This is the problem. Where a leader will come and start bringing his friends from the Yoruba. It's like a family matter. Once you are the governor or once you are the president, you start bringing your family members into your administration to help you, and you leave the others. The other Nigerians, you leave them to suffer. You leave them. All the good benefits that the whole nation in our diversity are supposed to be enjoying, you push it just to one ethnic group or to one few states, then the rest will suffer. That is what we say. Sometimes I wonder if our constitution is actually our constitution, or we are operating under the constitution of Burkina Faso or Angola or Zimbabwe or even Lesotho. So even as much as I said that, I commend what he has said. I commend what he has said, that he, as an APC man, is elected into the House of Assembly in order to be able to point out the irregularities of the president to him, even as an APC member. That is commendable. That is very, very commendable. Thank you